Okay, now we talk about discuss the mind of a targeted individual. What sets us apart from normal folk? So basically, you might have seen in my previous videos me coming up with a definition of two types of people, uh, a new classification of human being where one is an empath, like targeted individuals, and the other one is basically somebody who has the ability to mind read or remote view. Yeah, now obviously you might have seen on TV people saying, "Oh, I can remote view anyone anywhere," and you're like, "Okay." Um, to the person that you're remote viewing, what are they experiencing? What is their take? When you at that moment when you're seeing into their mind, isn't that what targeted individuals complain about? A targeted individual is just somebody who can sense, who's sensitive to the fact that their mind is being visited. And obviously, this shocks you when you first realize it because you feel all different kinds of sensations that are not what other people are saying that they've ever felt. So this is the onset of you realizing what your true abilities are. Your ability to sense when others are frequenting your mind. That is your special power, if you like. It's we have the ability to sense when others are present in our minds. Now, people say there's voice to scar weapons, which are wave based weapons. Those are not the only things. Um, there's also spiritual warfare, which involves actual what you would call classically spirits. I've actually gone when I first had my awakening. I went to a psychiatrist. Obviously, I was very scared. I'm not one of those people who will be in denial when my reality is not right. As soon as that shit starts to look wrong, I went straight to a psychiatrist and I said, "Look, things don't look right. Can you let's discuss what's going on?" So obviously, psychiatrists are part of the system. They're part of the gang stalking community. They know what gang stalkers do. A psychiatrist, if he sees that you're a victim to gang stalking, he'll treat you. I think there is an unwritten code that they're gonna behave that way. They're gonna gang stalk, but they will also have a health service to look after the victims. That's why they have free health service and free health care. They understand that the way capitalism works, it involves a lot of victimization of people, but they set up a free healthcare to treat those that they victimize. So they have that responsibility. So a psychiatrist will tell you if it's one of their techniques that has led to your internal problems or mental problems. This psychiatrist, when I explained my problem to him, at first of all, on the onset, it looked like your bog standard schizophrenia. But when I explained to him what experiments I had been carried out, he very quickly realized that this was not one of their um, uh, techniques that's caused the side effect. It was not one of their manipulation techniques. So he recommended I go to a parapsychologist. Now, obviously, those of you who know what a parapsychologist is, it involves with doing psychology onto the departed or the spirit world. So you talk to them like a psychiatrist would, but you're talking to ghosts. Psychology, parapsychology. So um, that was an idea. But basically, my experiment was basically aimed at developing weapons to shield ourselves against that intrusion because obviously your intellectual property will be stolen if people can see it. Your data protection, when you think of an idea, it originates in your head. If somebody can steal it before you put on your to go shoelaces to go and patent it, then you're at a disadvantage here. So I wanted to develop a shield against spiritual viewing or remote viewing or whatever it might be. Those kind of uh, um, paranormal ways of viewing. But I look online and I consider other targeted individuals have protections against voice to skull or wave based weaponry, but no one has really developed a protection against spirit based technology. I'll call it technology because the conjuring up of a spirit is the conjuring process is is a skill, and therefore can be considered to be a technology. So I don't know how advanced they are. I know they invested billions into the art in the 60s, 70s. Both East and West, Western hemispheres did this. So I don't know how advanced the East is. I don't know how advanced the West is. Nor do I care. But whenever I do become a victim, all I care about is concealing my mind against not just the voice to skull, but also the spiritual entities. So the best way to shield yourself is to always know, basically, um, what I wanted to argue with my psychiatrist. You can't argue with them, but I debated. Whenever I wanted to heal myself, I'll imagine my psychiatrist sitting there and me debating him, trying to resolve what's happening. Obviously, I did have basic level mental illnesses, but those were things that were beneath me that I could treat without medication. And yeah, I think I did suffer from anorexia. I still do. I don't eat, but I have all these feats of strength. I don't know what's happening. I only eat 46 grams of protein, and to put it in context, I'm 100 kilograms. I'm supposed to be eating 100 grams, a gram for each kilogram you are. But to eat 46 grams of protein every day, I've counted it on the packets, labels. So it's very. So I still got my anorexic tendencies, but I'm dealing with those. And also I had depression-based tendencies as well. I dealt with them because I'm not highly intelligent, but I'm very intelligent. So, but then I realized that our minds are different. Will have to be different. Basically, in my simulation, where I was debating my psychiatrist, I would say to him that what if it's what you did, yeah, that caused a side effect that you haven't seen yet, yeah. I mean, when you use neuro-linguistic or neuro-language programming on people, your desired result is to drive them to depression, and then they go to a psychiatrist and you confirm that it happened, or drive them to some other schizophrenia or paranoid schizophrenia, and when they go to the psychiatrist, you confirm that happened. What if these NLP techniques that you're using on us resulted in something different? Yeah, the human mind is a very powerful thing. Now, obviously, when your mind starts to have apparitions, yeah, this is a response that comes from post-trauma. Yeah, now, obviously, when people gang stalk you, they can lead you to be paranoid, and when an episode of paranoia ends, you go into a post-traumatic stage. So what if during this post-traumatic stage you develop those, your mind becomes something that now can conjure up, can create basically, and conjure up apparitions. Yeah. So I believe that whatever target individuals are experiencing is a reaction to the capitalist machine, as they know, that psychiatrists haven't seen yet. And this is a reaction this is something that you can't treat psychiatrically. The human mind, through years and years of this kind of systematic programming and torture, has evolved, and that's what us targeted individuals are. So our minds have inadvertently been engineered into having the ability to sense others when they're viewing us. And this is also along the same lines of those who have apparitions. Yeah, obviously, all targeted individuals need to understand that some of the things they think are happening are just things that will never be proven. So you could hear someone saying to you, you should stop doing that. Yeah, and then your attention is grabbed by that phrase, and then you hear another phrase and your attention is grabbed by that, and you hear another phrase, your attention. So it's as if something inside of you is controlling your attention to try and pass you a message. So your mind has become something that can do that. And as you targeted individuals go through the levels towards where I am, yeah, you have to stop being so melodramatic, or what's the word, hysterical. Yeah, your mind has been opened up. Yeah, the original meaning of the word apocalypse is the unveiling of the mind. I think it is an unveiling. The veil across your mind has been removed, and your mind is opened up, and now it's like a second you. It's now trying to get accustomed to the environment it's in, the universe is in, and you have the first power, the very first. The way I say first, is my accent is deep. I don't know. I can't say it fast. I can't say it properly, but I mean first, as in before second. So basically, this is the number one power that you have. There are other powers that you're gonna go through. I'll be there with you. You don't have to. You don't have to think that you're alone through this. I've been through most of when I look online, I've been through most of it. I've been targeted for 20 years, and some of you are at that initial onset where you're panicking and you're worried that your intellectual property will be seen, your deepest taboos will be seen. It's gonna be like that. Remember, I keep Jesus in my heart. The reason is, Jesus said one thing: if they hated me, they're gonna hate you. So the feeling that your deepest taboos and secrets are gonna be known, that's gonna happen. Sorry, but that's gonna happen, and you're gonna have to go through that. But don't panic. This is the first power that we have to get used to. That's gonna happen, and I'll be there to teach you how to defend yourself. Artistically, you find me, you find my music, and those really, really, really are targeted individuals that really care about the artist that I am. There is a website dedicated just for my fans where I put things on there that I'll never put on iTunes, because obviously some of the reasons why I'm targeted are in those songs where I was opening up people's minds, where even people who worked as gang stalkers, their minds were opened up by my music, because I'm here to not bridge the gap, but to help to understand both sides, the two type of classified individuals that they are, person A and person B. Go back and see my videos to see what I mean. So basically, that's all I just wanted to add. That is, we shouldn't look at ourselves as victims. We should look at ourselves as people who have been awakened, and the manifestation of the number one power has happened, and I've got a manifestation of a power. Basically, my mind has become something. I've gone through 3 or 4, 5, 6 stages. Yeah, so there's more to come.